It's the New York Knicks versus the world, okay? That's how I want to start off the show. Everybody is hating on the Knicks, and I love it. We're going to break it all down in this show. Welcome to Knicks Media. We got a fresh New Jersey that I got at the game last night. I had to get Josh Hart, bro. I had to get my boy Josh Hart. Oh my gosh, what a game. I also got to find that towel that I got and show you guys it real quick. Hold on one sec. Because this towel that the Knicks gave out last night at the game embodies exactly how they won last night and how they've got this far. We scratch, we claw, we find a way. This is a Josh Hart quote. This is the New York Knicks season. They find ways to win by scratching and clawing and nibbling their way to victory. I don't give a damn what the whole world has to say, what Charles Barkley has to say, what Shaquille O'Neal has to say, what Reggie Miller, what Stephen A. Smith is even saying this morning. Bro, give me a freaking break. All those naysayers. Now, the Philadelphia 76ers fans are still crying, and apparently people forgot what playoff basketball is about. Yeah, you lost because of the refs, Rick Carlisle. Yeah, keep saying that. But let's get straight into business, okay? Knicks up 2-0. Back in Indiana. Well, should I say we're in Indiana for the first time in the postseason. We had a news from Ian Begley of SNY of OG Anunoby's injury. They are pessimistic that he will not be playing Game 3, which I expected for sure. I mean, I saw that injury with my own eyes, and I definitely did not expect him to play Game 3. Best case scenario for the Knicks is that OG misses the next two games, and the Knicks win the next two games without him. Now, I know that's a stretch here, but hopefully OG can get back by either Game 5, Game 6, or Game 7 if it goes that far. And if they do advance, obviously we need him in the Eastern Conference Finals. OG is such an important piece of this Knicks team. So disappointing that in his breakout game offensively in the playoffs, 28 points in 27 minutes, he has to go down. And it's a hamstring. Now, listen, hamstrings are tricky. We don't know the type of hamstring injury it is, and that's something we'll obviously keep in mind. But the reality is this Knicks team is built to sustain injuries. Mitchell Robinson goes down. Boyan went down. We know Julius is out. Now add OG. The Knicks have experience playing without OG in the regular season. Precious is probably going to start. Or are they going to go small with Deuce? I probably think they're going to go big with Precious because he's got to match up against Siakam. They got a big front court that the Knicks got to match up against in Siakam and Turner. So I think Precious is going to start at the 4. And then the big question is the bench. We can't have a 6-man rotation, right? Is Jericho Sims going to get some action? Is it going to be Alec Burks? Is it Shake Milton? I have no idea. We saw Alec Burks for 2 seconds last night. I find it hilarious that Thibodeau went to Alec Burks to get an ISO brick at the buzzer to finish off the second quarter, and that's all we saw from him in the entire playoffs. But hey, man, you never know. Guys, hit that like button right now. Knicks fans, we are up 2-0. Us against the world. I'm okay with us being the villains. I'm okay with everybody clowning and not giving the Knicks credit. And the one thing that's driving me nuts is that they're discrediting Jalen Brunson, calling him a flop and are you kidding me, bro? Do you not know basketball? The guy has the most points in the NBA in the playoffs per game without free throws. So they can push all the fake narratives they want to cope with the fact that the Knicks are back and we are one of the best teams in the NBA and just hold on to this fake narrative that, they're a big market team. The NBA is rigged. They're going to force the Knicks to win. It helps out the money. It helps out the revenue. Bull bleep, okay? The Knicks have been... Why are we pretending that the Knicks have been good forever and this has been a thing? If that was the case, if these conspiracy theorists about the NBA being rigged to the New York Knicks, why did we miss out on every single lottery? How come the NBA did not give the Knicks the first overall pick in all those lotteries that we lost these past years? Right? I know that's way in the past, but give me a freaking break. The benefit of the doubt never goes in the Knicks' favor. And now that it's finally, we're getting good fortune, now it's rigged because we're a big market. Absolute nonsense. TNT should be ashamed of themselves last night for their broadcast. It was insufferable, I heard. I didn't watch it because I was at the game, but Reggie Miller, Van Gundy, and then what Shaquille O'Neal and Chuck had to say, for Chuck to say out loud that I hope that the Knicks win this series so they can get stomped by the Celtics. Bro, you are, like, that's not what broadcasting is about. That's what YouTube is about. That's what Knicks fans are about. Us fans, me, and all the Knicks creators and all Knicks fans across the world, we can say those things as fans. But when you are supposed to be an objective analyst on the NBA broadcast, for you to be so one-sided to the Pacers, it's ridiculous. And you know what? F it. Knicks versus the world. I love it. I absolutely love it how we are becoming the villain. We are becoming a team that everybody's rooting against. It's bringing us Knicks fans closer together, and I absolutely love it. Let's embody this, baby. Knicks versus the world. Everybody hit that like button right now. Everybody's still doubting the Knicks, thinking that the injuries are going to catch up, thinking that it's not sustainable. All the nonsense, okay? Instead of crediting Jalen freaking Brunson, okay, getting hurt and coming back and willing this Knicks team and OG to go down and the shorthanded New York Knicks to figure out a way to win that basketball game, instead of holding on to that, which is a very good NBA playoff storyline, they're talking about nonsense, okay, on the NBA broadcast. It's just ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. We are here. Jalen Brunson has been able to silence the doubters all season long. He's not done. Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, as long as those three guys are healthy, we could beat anybody. Give us anybody. With Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Dante DiVincenzo, obviously we need our role players. We need OG healthy. I'm not saying we don't need him. But that's the big three right there. That's a big three. Somebody tell me they're not a big three, because I will laugh in your face. Because these three, the Nova Nick boys, the trio, have been fun to watch in the playoffs. And they are doing their damn thing. Adversity has struck the Knicks far too often throughout the regular season. It's striking them again in the playoffs. They're built and they're ready for it. They are prepared for it, folks. Hit that like button right now for your boy. Let's freaking get many Knicks fans in the chat. The Knicks win 130-121 last night at Madison Square Garden. Knicks go up 2-0 on the series. They go to Indiana tomorrow night. OG most likely will be out for the next two games in Indiana. That's my prediction. Is Mitch out for the rest of the playoffs? Yeah. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. So that sounds like he's out for the playoffs. JB was on pace for another 40-point game at the end of the day. We got the dub. Let's go Knicks. Hell yeah, baby. King Lowski's in the house. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks, King. Come on now. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Hey, what up, Rich? What's up, Oscar? Evil Empire. We are an evil freaking empire. Let it all. Richie, the game last night was tough. I couldn't believe I got to attend. Abe, it was freaking crazy last night. You were there too? Bro, I lost my towel. Too faded on the train. Damn, bro. I made sure I secured that towel. It's too fresh. It's too fresh. Love from Hong Kong. Wow. Shout out to Oscar tuning in from Hong Kong. Appreciate you, bro. I feel like we have a chance on Celtics without OG, though, if he isn't back for that. I mean, I don't want to already look past the Pacers. The series is not over. We're up 2-0, and we have to be able to win 2 of the next 4 games, okay? But at the end of the day, we're not done. We got to get past the Pacers. But I'll say this. I do not like our chances against Boston without OG. We need OG bad. The Celtics beat us 4 times this season without OG, and then we got OG, we blew out the Boston Celtics. I'm just saying. OG is a big piece to this Knicks team. There's no sugarcoating that. He's not replaceable. His defense and now his offense, it's so freaking annoying. That it's the second time, by the way, that when OG went down in the regular season, it's when he had his breakout game against Denver, when he had 26 points, 6 steals. He was the star of that game. He got hurt, and he was out after that game. Now, this game, last night, OG lighting it up offensively, hitting clutch shot after clutch shot, driving to the paint in transition, blocking shots, and he goes down with the hamstring. It's tough. So tough. But hey, man, adversity is going to hit, and the best teams are the one that can overcome it. This series is far from over with OG out. We cannot just look past that. The Pacers are good at home. Yes. We just got to hope that we can steal one in Indiana. That's how you got to look at it. Win one of the next 2 games in Indiana, and with the chance to finish it out at the Garden in Game 5. That's how you got to look at it. If you're the Knicks, you got to steal one of the next 2 games. Now, obviously, Knicks in 4. Yeah, of course. But the Knicks are shorthanded, bro. We have to win one of the next 2 games. We have to. Can we beat the Pacers without OG and let him rest till the Eastern Conference Finals? Bro, there's a chance that OG might have to be out for the whole series. We haven't got an update. That's the sad thing. Like, there's a chance that even if this series goes 7, that OG may not play. A hamstrings can linger. Best case scenario is OG rests and we beat the Pacers without him and he can get ready to go for the Eastern Conference Finals. But at the end of the day, without OG, it's going to be tough, bro. Because the shorthanded Knicks have been able to sustain it, and now we're at this point where we have to ask even players like Josh Hart. Nothing's going to change for him. He's still playing 48. But a guy like Precious Achiuwa is going to play way more minutes. Deuce McBride's going to play way more minutes. I mean, there's no way this guy, Tom Thibodeau, is going to shorten it to a 6-man rotation without OG. Precious will start. Deuce will be the 6th man. Who the heck will be the 7th man? Will it be Alec Burks? Will it be Jericho Sims? Will it be Shake Milton? I mean, we're running out of options. We're running out of options. F. Embiid, always. I was sitting the 300s on a balcony. My boy copped the tickets last night. Was a movie. Finally done with undergraduate and got to attend a playoff win. One of the best days I ever had. Let's go, Abe. I love that you were in the arena last night. I felt your energy, bro. You deserve it. Let's freaking get it. Do you play Alec Burks at Game 3 or go to a 6-man? Listen, I'd play Alec Burks. You can't do a 6-man rotation. They have 1 day of rest. Brunson is already hurt. I don't know how we can do a 6-man rotation, brother. Despite all the adversity, the Knicks find a way to win. The grit and determination the Knicks have cannot be explained on a box score. Facts. You got to watch this game. And the fact that people are looking at that play where Jalen Brunson went down the court, shoulders TJ McConnell, and then goes into the low post. This play right here, exactly. Lowers his shoulder, goes into the post, absorbs the contact, and won. That play, there's a courtside angle of this play going viral on Twitter, and we have imbeciles, morons, saying it's an offensive foul. Do you not know NBA playoff basketball? How soft of a generation has this fans become? That's an offensive foul? Are you kidding me? It's playoff basketball. Absorb the contact, take it, and one in your freaking face. That's what this Knicks basketball team's all about. That's what Jalen Brunson's about. That's why they call a big body Brunson. He absorbs the contact. He's a big man in a point guard's body. Enough of the nonsense. These people are freaking nuts out there discrediting what this Knicks team is doing. Knicks fans versus the world. I would love to have one of those imbeciles come on the show. I would love to talk to somebody right now. I'm ready for it. I will bury them. I got so much confidence in this Knicks team. Oh, I will bury them, bro. I will bury them. I'm happy with a split away. Then we close it back at MSG. That's how you got to look at it. Richie, I saw OG walking. I hope it was a camp because he pulled the hamstring. He couldn't walk. Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes, Corey. I knew he was injured. It did not look good. It did not look good. You think Tibbs will start Deuce or Precious? I think he's going to start Precious because of the matchups. They need size. We need someone to match up against their front court. Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner. So they got to start Precious. Precious against Pascal, and then Hartenstein against Turner. You can't go small. The Pacers are a big team in the front court. So I think Precious will get the start. That's who finished the game. You look at the lineup on the court, the finish last night's game, it was Precious. So that's who's going to start. Precious Achiuwa for sure. I've never seen a team try to diminish the Knicks' success with the NBA's rig because they can't stand. They used to love laughing at us. Like the Knicks used to be this punching bag that everyone got to laugh at, Knicks for clicks. Now that we're good, they can't handle it, so they have to discredit it. They can't ever give us credit. They can't. I mean, what we're doing right now is historic. With all the injuries that this Knicks team has and the fact that we're winning the way that we are and they are saying those types of things is pathetic, and the NBA should be ashamed of themselves, and even NBA fans. Willis Reed moment yesterday. I have never seen anything like that on the Knicks. This is 99 all over again. 100%, bro. I mean, that was something that out of a movie. Jalen Brunson down, everybody in the Knicks arena and everybody watching the game at home wondering, what is going on? Where is Jalen Brunson? And he comes out at halftime and he leads this Knicks team, puts up 24 points in that second half, and leads the Knicks back to a win. Let's not forget we were down by 10 points at halftime. And then Brunson returns. I mean, last night was a tough game. Tough game. But we were able to figure out and find a way to win. I hope OG's okay too, man. Miss watching games on MSG. Can't take these TNT haters all game long and post-game talking bad about Knicks after we win with injured players game after game so far. It's freaking ridiculous, too, because they're pushing the narrative and then, like, little idiot NBA fans are attaching to what they're saying on these broadcasts. It's like, it feels like it's Knicks versus the world, and I'm embodying that. Folks, don't forget to hit the like button for your boy. I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. It is Thursday, May 9th. The New York Knicks are coming off a huge victory last night to go up 2-0 on the Indiana Pacers. I appreciate you guys tuning in big time. I do want to give you guys some updated odds presented by the proud sportsbook sponsor, BetUS Sportsbook. If you guys want to download BetUS Sportsbook or just open up an account on their website, you guys can right now click the link that's pinned at the top of the chat or at the top of the description to receive a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, up to $2,500, folks. Now, these are the odds to predict the exact series outcome. For the Knicks to sweep the Pacers, it's at plus 575. For the Knicks to win in 5, so say they split in Indiana and win at the Garden in Game 5, those odds are at plus 220. Pretty good odds. And then for the Knicks to win in 6 in Indiana, those odds are at plus 375. And if the series goes 7 and the Knicks win, that's at plus 350. For the Pacers to win the next 4 games, that's at plus 750. And the Pacers to force a Game 7, that's at plus 600 and for them to win. So they got a lot of fun odds here on BetUS for the Knicks and the Pacers series. If you guys, again, want to click the link at the top of the chat to open up your BetUS account, they are a reliable sports book, an old school sports book. They got a 24/7-hour customer service feature that I love, that you can give them a call and let them know the type of bets you want them to make. All you got to do is give them your account number. They also have a fast 24-hour deposit, withdrawal when you want to withdraw your winnings. So shout out to BetUS for being the proud sportsbook sponsor of Knicks Media.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
Where the game begins, baby. You know where my money's at. I put my money where my mouth is. Let's go. Jalen is not a single MVP vote, but the Joker. He was 5th. Jalen Brunson was 5th in MVP voting. Pretty dope. Why MSG covering? So it's a contract thing. That's why. It's not like MSG's like, yeah, we just don't feel like it. No, it's a contract thing where the networks have rights. TNT, ESPN have the rights to second round and beyond. That's why. It's a contract thing, which is whack. Excellent second half last night. BBB came back with a vengeance. Big body Brunson, William. You know it. Knicks going to the finals. Big Neff Network. I love it. NBA should be ashamed of itself. Unprofessional. Kenny Smith is the only one I respect there. You can see it on his face. He's embarrassed. Charles Barkley should be removed. Yeah. I agree, brother. I agree. 110%. 110%. Kenny Smith is the guy that I do respect. I'm not going to lie. I know some people don't like Kenny, but Kenny Smith, he's low-key the only guy on that panel that has anything good to say about the Knicks. And he's not a blind hater. Like, you could say bad things about the Knicks, but, like, at least don't make it obvious that you have an immediate bias against this team. Chuck. Yuck. What's up, Richie? Let's go Knicks. What's up, brother? Let's go Knicks. Without OG, the sweep got way tough. Yeah, I don't see the Knicks sweeping, bro. If I'm honest. Knicks in 5 or 6. MSG only covers the first round. Yes, exactly. Knicks in 5 or in 6 is what I'm looking at. Obviously, it's Knicks in 4 until we lose a game. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to be realistic. You got to be able to be realistic here. So, folks, don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the show. We're live here on Knicks Media. And the Knicks are coming off a big win last night in Madison Square Garden. They're on the road in Indiana tomorrow night and Sunday for Mother's Day. And they got to win one of the next 2 games. Yeah, I mean, he didn't get a first place vote, but he was 5th in MVP voting. 5th in MVP voting, Jalen Brunson. All them haters, Richie. Kenny switched up on us in game 1. Now, listen, I'm not saying I respect Kenny Smith, but out of all the people on that panel, Kenny Smith is the only one that gives us any respect. Ernie Johnson does too, but Kenny Smith definitely gives us some respect. That's what I'm saying. This is the report from Ian Begley. We talked about it at the top of the show. The Knicks play to win the freaking game. You know it. I thought when locations changed as an extra day of rest. Me too. I don't understand. Why do we not have an extra day of rest, NBA? Ridiculous that we have to play again tomorrow. Freaking ridiculous. Barkley started going at the whole city, not just the team. I couldn't believe hearing him say we deserve to get embarrassed soon. We have no chance. Ridiculous. And he said, yeah, what's New York good for besides pizza and bagels? What, Charles? We're the best city in the world, objectively. There's no city like New York. I can go on about New York as a city and as a state. We represent every single culture on the planet. You can't go anywhere in the world like New York and get a little taste of everything. Every single culture is represented in New York. Kenny's originally from New York. Yeah, you could tell. I'm not even kidding. When it comes to Kenny Smith, he's sitting there looking at Charles and Shaq clown the Knicks, and he does not align with them on that. I could tell. Not to say that Kenny did disrespect Brunson earlier in the year. I know he did. And I'm not saying Kenny is this perfect Knicks fan like Kendrick Perkins is, for example. But Kenny Smith, he's a New Yorker in his blood. You could tell. And him sitting there listening to what Chuck and Shaq are saying is driving him nuts. T-Wolves and Nuggets have a 3-day off in between games, 2 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I don't understand why the NBA did this. And we also don't have a day off when they go back to New York for Game 5. What are we doing, NBA? What are we doing? Deuce and Precious have many minutes during the regular season to get ready for this moment. Show up. 100%, man. Next man up mentality. Next man up. It's next man up. That's it. Come on now. We've been here before, Knicks fans. We know what it takes to win these games. Pesky, gritty. This is the towel that they handed out last night for a reason. The Knicks scratch, they claw, they find a way. The Josh Hart quote. And that's how they did it last night. That's how they did it last night. They got to keep doing that. Keep embodying it. Let's freaking get it. Let's go. Look at that energy from Jalen. That's what we talk about. Yes, I got faith in Game 3. Why won't I? Why should us Knicks fans not have faith? We always have faith. Every game, no matter who's healthy or not. It's the Knicks versus the world. Bring on anybody. We got Jalen Brunson, the best basketball player in this series. And it's not even freaking close. When we have Jalen Brunson playing at this level, and we have Josh Hart hustling and playing the way he's playing, and we have Devo lighting it up from beyond the arc now, and Isaiah Hartenstein with a near triple-double playing like the Joker, we can't beat anybody. I don't care how deep the Pacers are. I don't care how good TJ McConnell is off the bench, because he is freaking good. And Obi Toppin, by the way, who's have a low-key, very good start to this series. This Knicks basketball team is built to sustain injuries. Jalen Brunson is a superstar. He is good enough to be the best player on a championship caliber team. Enough of the disrespect. Enough of it. I'm not letting it slide, which is why I had to go live with this type of energy, folks. I had to. So sick and tired of the nonsense from NBA fans across the world and the media. It's the Knicks versus the world, and I wouldn't want it any other way, folks. I wouldn't want it any other way. Let's go Knicks, RTB Reese. Let's freaking go Knicks. Let them clown on us and not give us credit for what we're seeing. The greatness of Jalen Brunson. I mean, give me a break discrediting Brunson as a flopper. The guy, oh my God, that drives me nuts, bro. He's the opposite of that. If he's a free throw merchant, then why does Jalen Brunson lead the NBA playoffs in points per game if you take away free throws? Why? Please let me know. Is Josh Hart ever going to sit again? Serious question. No. With OG going down, that opportunity has lost. And let's remind ourselves, and I keep telling people this. Let's stop pretending that it's Tom Thibodeau playing Josh Hart all these minutes. It's not. Josh Hart says himself every postgame that Thibodeau gives him the freedom to ask for rest. And Josh Hart always says, I don't need rest. This is Josh Hart wanting to play 48. Let's stop pretending that Josh Hart is playing these 48 minutes and he's complaining and he's whining. No, Josh Hart wants to play these minutes. Thibodeau keeps asking, you need a breather? You need a rest? Josh Hart saying, no, I don't. Keep me out there. I'm a competitor. I want to play. I want to go win this freaking basketball game for my city. So let's stop acting like this is all Coach Tibbs. It's a combination of Tibbs and the players that's bought in and want to play. What's the latest on OG? OG is most likely out for game 3. I'd have to assume he's out for game 4. It's a hamstring. We don't have the official word, but the Knicks are pessimistic that he will play for game 3, which I'm not shocked about. It's pretty much exactly what I expected. He was at full sprint in transition, OG, and tweaked his hamstring. Not good. Not good. Back to the 500 lineup with no Mitch, Randall, OG, and Bogey. LOL. Hope we can still win. I know, man. Now we're up 2-0. So if we go 500 from here on out, we win the series. That's really how I look at it. Let's go Knicks. Gritty committee. I love that. Gritty committee indeed. OG will be back for game 5 if we don't sweep him. I hope, man. I hope, bro. That's the best case scenario right here, Shoquan. That's the best case. Bro, if this is the case, we're lucky. Because those hamstrings, bro, if it's a bad strain, it might take a little longer than less than a week for that to heal. Just saying. The unfortunate thing about the hamstring, not to get you guys even more worried, the risk of re-injury is serious. Like, if you throw OG out there too prematurely, there is a very, very high risk of him re-injuring it and making it worse. That's an injury you really need to rest, recover. There's nothing you can do other than allow the time to heal. And that's an injury, man, that's tough. That can linger. A hamstring. Hopefully, OG's body can recover. We got good doctors for the Knicks, good sports scientists that can somehow just get that hamstring ready to go, because we need OG, bro. As good as the trio of the Nova boys is, we need OG bad, bro. We need OG bad. And we'll get him. We'll get him back. But the Knicks, all they got to do is this, folks. Win one of the next 2 games in Indiana. Go up 3-1 heading back to game 5 at the Garden. I know it's Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. I don't want to manifest a loss, but Indiana's a hostile environment. And the Pacers play their best at home. There's going to be a game where I feel like the Pacers are just not going to miss from 3. And I don't want people to panic if we lose game 3. I don't. Because I saw a lot of Knicks fans panicking after we lost game 3 in Philly. What happened in that series? I know that OG going down is devastating. That's no sugarcoating, but we still have Jalen Brunson. We still have Dante. We still have Josh Hart. Those are the 3 guys that's got us here and will keep us going. Let's go, baby. Going up 2-0 is big time. If OG got hurt last night and we lost and it's 1-1, we would be in big trouble. If OG got hurt and we somehow lost that game and it's 1-1, series tied, OG hurt, we are in for trouble. The way I'm operating is OG Anunoby's done for the series. That's how I'm looking at it. You can't expect OG to return. They got to play like he's not coming back. Let's do it. That's how I'm looking at it. So, folks, if you're enjoying the show here, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Knicks Media if you're new. My name is Richie, and we go live and make content here on the channel throughout the whole playoffs. I love having some new subscribers tuning in, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's freaking get it, baby. Let's get it. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, we played a long time without OG. Yes, this Knicks team has experience without OG Anunoby. Knicks always win that building in an elimination game. Well, they didn't win Game 5, AP. They did not win Game 5. That was an elimination game at home. We lost, so. In a ridiculous way, by the way. We don't need rest. The Knicks team is not built that way. You guys sound so scared. I'm not scared, man. Can't risk his long-term health. There's a bigger picture here. Absolutely. We just got to rest up. Let OG rest up. Best case scenario is we win this series without OG. And let him rest for the next round. But we shall see. All right, folks. We're going to wrap up the show here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Knicks Media Live show. Knicks up 2-0. It's the Knicks versus the world. My name is Richie from Knicks Media. Salute, salute, salute to Knicks fans. Let's go, baby. Knicks versus the world. Knicks in Indiana tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Peace and love as always. Your boys out. Let's go Knicks. Peace out, guys.